Hello, this is James. Today we have Rosaria, the stately fallen angel. Cannot be normal to set, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 2 level 7 or higher plant type monsters, 1 from your hand and 1 from your graveyard. Once per turn, you can negate the effects of all other face-up cards currently on the field until the end of this turn. So, I derided this card as unusable during my review of Akiza's rewards when we were getting all that 5D's hype leaks. I still stand by that. It's not terrible. It's good against Insectors. It pops all the equips. It's good against Duel. Duel cannot defend against the effect negating ability of Rosaria. It's just that it's so high maintenance that to use it, we're gonna have to build an entire deck around it. So our deck is basically, it's going to be very similar to a Sylvan's deck. We're going to use a bunch of high-level plants and discard effect cards. 3 Sylvan Hermitree lets us reorder the top of our deck so we can draw whatever we want. 2 Rose Lover, special summon another monster. 2 Guardioak, if card that we want to keep was milled, Guardioak lets us put it back on top of the deck. 2 Komush, 1 Talia, 2 Marina. Talia is just a good plant card. If you don't have Talia, you can use another Marina. And then we have 5 spots left. 5 spots for discard effect cards, Dark World Dealings. To draw into Rosaria, you can discard high-level plants, but I only have 1. So we're going to use a couple others. Dark World Lightning, Dark Chord, Monster Reincarnation, for recovering our Rosaria if it flies over the head of Sylvan Guardioak. I mean, look, he's deep in the thicket. He wouldn't be able to see the light. Alright, so this is more of a casual deck, not so much for ranked. But we are going to have some fun replays, and at the very end, I'm going to show you my farm deck for Akiza, because I'm very proud of it. Okay, here we're going second against Weevil. With Weevil, expect Parasites, expect the Amazoness, 22 card Parasites. Oh, and I always forget the skill. Yeah, we're using the Grit skill. Sometimes it buys you an extra turn of draws. It's good for these kinds of cheese decks. Okay, so we have 2 face downs. Dark World Dealings, discard the Rose Lover, very natural. Set the Komush. Decider is decidedly not great for our high-level plants deck, but Rosario can negate that effect. Okay, so we're going to get a good mill. We're going to have some sort of interaction with Parasite and Komushromo. Our Komushromo is going to pop the spell, and then we have Mask Change, and he's going to go for the damage. And then Decider's going to put an Anki back in the extra deck. Okay, so Dark World Lightning, Clutch, discard the Rosaria, hit that bluff. Rosario, special ability not really necessary in this situation because Anki just has lower attack points. But we're going to use that Rose Lover, we're going to get that Guardioak, we're going to get that mill, and we're going to mill another Rose Lover. And so here, since Rosario doesn't have crazy attack points, needs that backup for the win. Okay, here we're going second against the My Valentine. Don't know what to expect from old My anymore, well, other than Aroma Strategy. Okay, Aroma Strategy, Grit. I actually really like the changes that they made to Grit because it's guaranteed. If you have 4,000 life points, it's guaranteed to give you 1 life point. And I like that a lot better. Okay, Dark World Dealings, Rose Lover, Dark World Lightning, hit a back row. Guardioak gets mills a Rosario. Komush, ooh, we're getting all the back row today. And then Paleozoocanadia. Now the opponent knows that Guardioak is protected by Rose Lover, but they just want to get it. They just want to activate it, I guess. And this is a rare case of Amazonesses having nothing. So yeah, the changes to Grit, I feel, are very positive because now you know, okay, if I have 4,000 life points, I will survive 1 attack that will put me over the damage limit. And here, now see, this is a bad habit to be in. We're going to see this in a minute. Don't be a yes clicker. Don't just mindlessly mill with Guardioak. All right, we're going first against Joey Wheeler. We get the old Grit versus the new Grit. And Joey's not using Grit, but that's the character that had Grit before Leo. Actually, now that I think about it, Leo is analogous to Joey. Okay, so we have 6 Sams. Komush is going to get the mill. So Hermitree lets us reorder. Guardioak lets us put stuff back, and I think we're going to put the... yeah, so Guardioak puts the Rosaria, and then Hermitree reorders, but we don't see that in the replay. Alright, so Dark World Dealings. Rose Lover for Hermitree. And then I think I have something on top that I want to keep, so I don't mill with... Yeah, I want to keep that Rosario. Lets us draw into a Rose Lover, and then we're going to hit with the Dark World Dealings for the Rose Lover, and then finally attack for game over the 6 Sams. Alright, we're going first against Seto Kaiba. This next replay is very shameful for me, but it is educational, and I must show it. Alright. So, we have Vampires. So, Vampies are going to go Gozuki and then Vampire Familiar. We're going to go Guardioak. Yeah, it does not attack the Rose Lover, so we tribute for the Guardioak. Guardioak's going to get the mill. Only gets a Komush, and then we're going to hit that Vampire Takeover, which is no hit at all. That just helps the opponent. That's not the bad part. Alright, so we're going to go Rose Lover. And we're just gonna nip these Vampies in the bud. Alright, so Hermitree gets nothing. Clear the field. Well, of course not, because the Vamps are gonna come back. Samurai Skull. Samurai Skull, Vampire Retainer, searches the Desire. Alright, Vampire's Desire. Changes Skull for Grace, and then Grace is gonna get the mill. And destroy with Vampire Kingdom, and then Remote Controller. Ooh, that Gozook. He gets his own mill. This is him memeing on me. Alright, that Beetle down. But we have Grit. So that lets us survive 1 hit. Oh, and then we go for the mill with the alright, so here's the thing. We have it. We have game. All we need to do is go Rosaria, negate everything, negate the field, and then destroy with Rosario, and then attack for game with Guardioak. We have enough attack points to make that happen. However, the curse of Sylvans is that you become a yes clicker. You yes click on your Guardioak, and your Guardioak mills, and then that activates the Vampire Kingdom. So of course your opponent destroys your Guardioak, and then so we go into Rosaria, and we don't have another because I think we even have another Rose Lover in here, but we don't have another monster to Rose Lover out, and that lets the opponent go for those ultra memes. Oh, come, just hurry up. So the double special into the Vampchan for 5,200 attack points. So don't fall for the Sylvan curse. Don't be a yes clicker. Alright, we're going first against Ubel this time. Pretty much every Ubel is using the My Name is Ubel skill and is using the Ubel deck, which I like, but it's rather repetitive. Okay, so My Name is Ubel. Trading the Ultimate Nightmare for a Ubel. And we set a Komush, and if the Ubel had a Fire King Island, they would just be able to destroy the Ubel and then go into Ultimate Nightmare, and Komush would be destroyed to no effect. But they only have Yaksha, so they're reliant on us destroying the Yaksha for the Ubel. Now I am wise to this because I've just been using the Ubel farm deck, which is like, it's a universal farm deck. So I'm not falling for that. So we're just going to leave that Yaksha up on the field. And I wonder what this back row is. Looks like, yeah, okay, so Forbidden Chalice. So I wonder what this back row is. Negates the second mill with the Komush. We're going to go for the double tribute. We're going to get a Rose Lover. That's very positive. And then, alright, so I know, yes, I know the Yaksha into the Ubel. I know, everybody knows. But you can't not make plays. Okay, so the second form destroys my Hermitree. We're going to clutch draw that Dark World Lightning. And here we have it. Rosaria doing what it was meant to do. Rosaria, alright, so negates the Yubel. You negate everything on the field, with all the face-up cards, and then we go Rose Lover into our backup. We redeem our Vampire experience and attack for game. Alright, now I want to show you my farm deck. Alright, so this is my farm deck. This is fine-tuned for Akiza. So skill is Draw Sense Dark. First thing you'll notice, we're not using the third form. For Akiza, we do not need it because she actually can't destroy the Terror Incarnate. One less dark monster to gunk up our Draw Sense Dark. So we have one Yubel Terror Incarnate, the second form, 3 of the Yubel, 1 Winged Dragon of Ra, 1 Sangan. If you don't have Sangan, just use Jar of Greed. Use any draw power, really. Sangan is actually more optimal in the Yubel deck that uses Golden Ladybugs, but Solemn Wishes is faster. So Solemn Wishes, you don't have to click each time. Solemn Wishes, you just automatically gain up the life points. We're using 4 Fire Kings. That's your draw engine. Your draw engine is Fire Kings, like destroying themselves and then pulling more Fire Kings. So you can deck out. 2 Card Breaker. So Card Breaker is fantastic because you can't screw it up. Card Breaker can only be special summoned. You can't actually accidentally normal summon, and then you can't normal summon your Winged Dragon. I found that I needed just a few extra life points, so we have 2 Diane Keto, 3 Fire King Island, and 3 Solemn Wishes. So, right, we want to go either have Yaksha or Fire King Island. That gets destroyed, and then we can destroy our Yubel. We can just continuously blow up the field with Terror Incarnate, continuously gain life points with Solemn Wishes, and then go Card Breaker and Winged Dragon of Ra. You'll notice there's no Hate Trunade, there's no arrows. For Akiza, you don't need it. She has no back row that you need to be worried about. So, now you can go and farm a bunch of Rosarias while you're trying to farm Dark Verger, which is actually Akiza's best reward. So, I hope that this has been helpful and informative. Thank you for watching.